Hello everybody, it's Burhaan here and let's play Factorio. So in the last video I did, I was basically complaining about the fact that my factory was a complete mess. And granted, it was the first time I was playing Factorio. I had done a couple hours in the game, and I kind of decided to like not record anything, purely because I had a couple technical issues, recording the video. I sorted that out with software, and I also played the game to a point where I've got a little bit more technique and I've got a little bit more to show in terms of just like figuring out how to like build effectively and try to solve some problems. So I've gotten to a point where I'm pretty much in the end game. You can see I'm researching follower robot count 13, and if you look at my research tree, it's basically like I don't know if there's another one after this, follower count 14, but I pretty much researched everything, and I think I've built everything that I need to build in terms of finishing the game. So let me walk you through some of the stuff that I've done. And this is by no means a perfect base, perfect factory, but it's functional and it's working to a point where some of the stuff I figured out on my own, and some of the stuff I've watched other YouTubers play the game and like basically do. So I've got some trains, and some of these offloading chests are full, some of them are not. And the offloading is a real mess. Like I've basically just done a functional thing to get these lines going. And let me walk you through the base. So I put down some concrete. I had extra bricks. First I laid all the bricks down, and then I decided to put up a factory to actually convert those bricks into concrete slabs that I laid down, because I realized that I needed concrete slabs to research something, or to have something created to make the end machine, or the rocket at the end, right? What else did I do? I did actually a shitload of stuff. You can see some of the solar panels going on, but I'm not really into like the solar panel stuff. It takes up a lot of space, and it also takes a long time to build. So I'm gonna leave that to the next build to add on more solar panels and figure out the solar panels and accumulators capacities in the next round. We're currently sort of consuming about 28. We've got enough steam engines to basically have things going. You saw on that panel, I've got a lot of radars, and I've got a lot of beacons going on. The beacons are basically just supercharging some of the factories, some of the automated machines, to produce a bit quicker. And so let's go through this, right? I've got a couple roboports, and the roboports are basically covering the entire factory, or the working areas. There's not a lot of stuff that's going on right now, purely because everything's researched. One thing I would advise early on in the game is go kill some aliens, or if you're playing let's play with in the game that actually doesn't have any aliens in it, then you're not going to really need the purple packs for research and stuff. But I would suggest researching this stuff early, or at least preparing yourself to get these alien artifacts researched, so that you can build all the purple things, or do all the research that needs all the purple stuff early on. You can see I'm out of it, and that's purely because if you look at the map, I'm gonna switch the pollution off. I don't have a lot of aliens like really going on, right? There was some sort of in the vicinity that I went and killed off. I added a couple of train stops, and these are basically names from Bangkok City, where I'm living right now. And yeah, I basically had to just figure stuff out as I went along. I had an oil shortage and then went and sort of found a whole lot of oil. My base was basically running out of oil very, very early on because I had only these 4 pumps. Then I added these 3. Then I found these 2 and added them on. And was right in between my steam, which was quite strange. Then I found this huge piece here after walking around. I didn't have radar set up at the time, so I did that. And then I found these. I tapped onto those. I added. Did I connect these? I think I connected these 2 over here. But haven't really needed any oil since then, so that's been good. I was talking about aliens, so I was saying, definitely go kill them. They're not that like difficult to kill. If you've got sort of guns and things going, then yeah. So one of the reasons why this follower robot count is stuck is because I don't have any purple science packs yet, and I'm not really interested in more robots following me around. Let me show you the base. So I built some. Where do I start? I upgraded the coppers to electric furnaces, and that's going pretty well. I had an oil field up here, which was pretty massive. It was a huge sort of oil patch, copper patch, and you can see this guy is actually not working. So let's move him. Just stick him over here. Yep. And yeah, it's been a fun playthrough. I think the game is definitely addicting. I am addicted to it, and I'm in the way now. Yeah, I'm definitely addicted to this game, as I was saying. And one thing I would say is, plan ahead. If you've got the opportunity to put down a radar, plan ahead and get your factory going to a point where you've got everything you need. Where you've left yourself space for electric furnaces. I realized very late into the game actually that I could have upgraded all of these to electric furnaces had I given myself enough space. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going through so much coal. I had a coal shortage, and the coal that I started off with, I just didn't have enough of it, and so I ended up like running this line to a little coal patch that was here initially, and then that ran out, and then I came down here, and I got some more coal down here, and then that was starting to run out. You can see that's almost basically dead. Let's just put a power line on this guy. It's all still a little bit of a mess, but I've managed to make it sorry. I've managed to make it work. I ran out of iron ore, and this is completely the wrong way to do things, but it's functional and it's working. It's not. I'm not loading in enough iron ore. I need to put down more miners so that this specific cargo wagon fills up a bit more. But you know what? It's okay for now. And we have enough iron ore because I also got another repository. So let's go back. That doesn't load for very long. There's another patch down there, but I didn't actually look at that. At that point, as you can see, just jump off. And I can't actually expand this out anymore because I've got all these lines. Well, I could, but as I said, plan early. And basically these chests are all full, or pretty full. This one is pretty full, and the iron ore goes up into the old furnaces that I have powered by coal. Right. Initially, I had a huge line coming in from the west. Let's not run on the belt. And there was basically a wall here because I thought I was going to get attacked by aliens, but that didn't happen. And there was this huge iron ore patch, and you can see there's just two remaining mining drills basically collecting there, and there's just like 359 there and 375 over there. Whoops, there goes the train. And that ran out, and so I said, okay, let me build another sort of stop where I've got all of these chests basically full. There was a little a little coal patch up here, so I just put one there for the coal. I wasn't going to run coal all the way. Let's go check on this line. So this line was one of the first lines before I started with trains. Oh, here's 2 oil patches. I didn't even see that. Right before I even started the train, and I could have probably started the trains way early on. I just didn't figure it out at that point. Oops. And right turn, here we go. As you can see, I'm still figuring out the buttons and getting used to the play of the game. These drills are pretty much done. I was like overkill on all the there's some iron down here. Let's put a drill, although it would be unnecessary at this point. Let's just do that. And there's a little bit here in the corner. Shall we grab that too? Yeah, why not? Might actually play for a little bit longer. Let's put it that way. And let's grab that. I've had a lot of space issues in my chests and in my inventory in general, and that's just because optimization on the play is. Let's just put some lights down so you guys can see. Yeah, this patch is basically pretty much the piece that was here after I ran these belts all the way, and then I decided to kill some biters that were over here and then take over this iron patch, and we'll go over there now. I hope I've got some lights over there. I've got one light. So I've got some speed modules in here, and they're putting in on fast belts going into here, and this pretty much fills up. This one doesn't fill up. I should actually balance this a little better, but let's jump in here. I've put a little bit of a security fence here because there were some biters on the top, but I killed them. They're dead. Let's go back to base. He's gonna offload at this little station or drop off. If he can actually offload, these chests are pretty much full, and I should expand them over. But yeah, as I said, this is pretty full. It's not really necessary. That train is basically driving around full at the moment. So not very efficient, but hell, that's okay for now. I added on a few extra labs. Got the purples. I got some. I increased the capacity of the blues with the yellow automated machines. Is that what they're called? They're called assembling machines. That's the correct name. And put in a beacon over here because I had to make these things, and it's making rocket control units, and it's making low density structures, and this is accumulators, and all of these things basically contribute. Oh, here's a speed module thing. I didn't actually make speed module 2s and speed module 3s via assemblies. So it's basically making them manually. And the only reason why I needed to make that was because I wanted one of these Mark II armors, power armors, and I've got all of this stuff in, right? 3 rotoports. That's why I'm walking so fast. I've got some energy shields. Some of the stuff is unnecessary, but as I said, it's first playthrough. So we're figuring these stuff out. With the robots, I've got basically almost everything going to sort of a main area here where everything is being dumped. This is the obsolete chest in the corner where I've got the old sort of rocket launcher, some of the old armors, some of the stuff that I'm not actually using, like this gate I'm never going to install. These bricks can actually go in here. I've got an additional a couple steam engines. I've got some substations, some stuff that I've actually built but didn't really use. The grenades, they're not really effective. These chests I was using for the trains. I've got 50 flying robot frames on me for whatever reason. But yeah, it's been fun. This machine, I wasn't quite sure how to actually get it onto the belt. I didn't take the time to actually put it like put it to use. So definitely a few inefficiencies that I'm highlighting. But that's okay. Got these rubber frames happening over here, a couple of engines, right? So locally produced steel to go into the frames, right? Lubricant that's going into the assembling machine over there to make that. I did a blueprint of this. That's why I built this. It's just to build the blueprint and didn't take it down. Cracking some oil, doing these things here, these rocket fuel things need solid fuel, and so I just put 1, 2, 3 solid fuel machines with beacons to make these things, and this took a crap load of time to actually make. What else? Petroleum gas I was running out of, but as soon as I found more oil, that solved that problem. So in my playthrough, this first playthrough, I found that the thing that gets used the most is plastic, right? So that comes from petroleum gas. I found that your copper is used a lot in the electronic circuits. I found that the blue science actually takes the longest to make, and it's the hardest to make in terms of the number of ingredients it needs. So you definitely want to build your factory in a way that this is expandable, where you can basically lay all of these things out, even if it takes more space, so that you have blue science happening in a lot sort of faster and more efficient way. Same thing with the red science, right? I've only got 2 machines for red science over here on the yellow assembly machines. Plus they've got speed modules. They're pretty quick, but many times I ran out of these things because the factory just didn't cater for that. What else? Those are just some of those things. This having one of is enough. These steel plants definitely needed. I would recommend you have that built early on, and of course electricity, right? You need a ton of these things, and definitely route your coal in a much more efficient way. Talking about coal, this coal line is coming from up here. Let's just run over there. I don't know where the train is. The train is busy loading. Okay, and I'm not going to fix this right now. I want to wrap up. I want to show you what I've done. So I've got these sort of electric miners, putting that into the train. Just missed the train. Train goes back just to basically supplement the line, because many times I ran out of coal, and when you run out of coal, it's the worst thing that can happen. And I wasn't really being attacked. I don't really have any aliens attacking my base, but from a production point of view, if you're trying to do research and get shit done, having no power is the worst thing. It's an absolute nightmare, because it's an endless loop, right? The less coal you have, the less electricity you have, the less you mine. And the less you mine, the less coal comes out of ground, so the less you are able to supply your steam engines. So you definitely want to have that done. In terms of the layout of how your steam engine should be, this is not the best way, but leave some space, leave yourself room to walk around. I can't walk around here. I've got to walk all the way back, and that's why I've put concrete on the floor here, so there's just run around a lot faster. Having the robots is a huge help. Like putting everything into a centralized storage chest, and then having these this logistic area where I can basically say to them, hey, this is the stuff I need. If I run out of any things while I'm building or, you know, putting things together, they just top me up. They literally, when I'm in the area, they just fly over, and they give me what I need. And I was able to build my rocket. And this took a crap load of time, like to actually build or make these low density structures, rocket fuel and rocket control units takes a long time. And I didn't realize that until I actually put this rocket silo down and I saw this rocket bar and I was like, what? That was 1% a few hours ago. And then I focused all my energy on making these 3 ingredients. And once you've got the 3 ingredients coming in steadily, it basically is really easy. And to make this neat and tidy, I have this this requested chest basically full of whatever it was that I needed. And the thing that takes the longest to make are the rocket fuel. Without a doubt, the rocket fuel takes the longest. They will take a long time. It was pretty interesting. And so on this particular episode, as you can see, I've skipped a whole lot of hours in between showing you how I actually built all of this. And yeah, I probably could have recorded all of it, but as I said, I wanted to get this over and done with. I wanted to actually play this game through to a point where I was finished and I've researched everything that I wanted to research, and I wanted to click launch and see how this game actually ends. So thank you for watching the other episodes. I'm definitely going to play this game again and do more complete recordings for you guys to watch. And let's click launch. This is very exciting for me. It's like 55 hours later that I'm clicking this little button. So let's do it. Let's just hit launch. Oh, that is awesome. Bye. Ooh, rocket launched without a satellite. What the hell? Did I forget to make a satellite? I forgot to make a satellite. So now I gotta make another one? Oh my word. Where the hell do I make a satellite? That's a radar. It's disaster. Where do I make a satellite? What the hell does a satellite even look like? Oh. The satellite is this thing. Oh my word. I forgot to make it. Yeah, it's this thing here. Okay. Let's put a machine together to make this. How do we make this thing? Needs 5 ingredients. Let's put this machine here. That is so awesome. And basically just going to use requested chest to have everything delivered. So we need low density structures. Let's just put a requested chest here with an inserter. And we are going to request a whole lot of stuff. We need these. We need these. We need these, I think. Okay, what else do we need? We need low density structures, solar panels, accumulators. Let's get some accumulators over here. There we go. Let's get some solar panels. I'll get the numbers just now. Solar panels. Radars. I need radars. 5 radars. Sure, I could just build them. 5 radars. We got 100 of those. Oh, and purple circuits. Purple circuits. Hello. Purple circuits. 100 purple circuits, 5 radars. We've got the accumulators because we've got the machine to do that. We don't have the solar panels, and we don't have the low density structures. And now we're at 54% with this machine. We're gonna make all of this stuff again. Let's make a machine for solar panels. What does solar panels need? Do this here. Solar panels can go over here. Solar panels need steel, green circuits, and copper. Let's just do another chest. Provided chest. Active provided chest. No, we're going to do a requested chest. Requester. Those are blue. There it is. And we need copper and let's see, let's need green circuits and steel. Now steel, I don't actually know if I have steel on the supply end, but we've got steel over here, so maybe shall we just steal some steel? Steal some steel. Why can't I make this? I need a splitter. In order to do splitter, I need steel. I need iron plate. Let's just get some iron plate. Wow. I really thought I was finished with the game. But alas. That's what happens when you play the first time. Let's just do that. No. Let's just get this guy going in there. And he's finally making solar panels. Let's put some speed modules. Let's go pick up some speed modules over here. And I realize I've only got the speed module once, but that's okay. It's really okay for now. Cool, what are you short of? Solar panels, which is happening next door. I should have probably moved. Let's move this machine on over. You are making solar panels, and you're going to take those solar panels and you're going to give them to this machine. Okay, so I guess I'm going to come back on this video and have this finished. I lost a rocket. I cannot believe that I lost a rocket, but hey, shit happens. I get to play this playthrough a little bit longer. So hopefully on the next recording, that's embarrassing. Hopefully on the next recording, you're gonna see me actually finish this playthrough of Factorio. And we need to make 5 radars, so let's do that manually. Figure out where they are. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.